everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Now you might be asking yourself, Alex, why are we in your kitchen? And the answer is procrastination. You see, I spent an entire day disassembling my streaming setup and my ASMR setup in my bedroom so that I could craft this baking ASMR setup. And by the time I had accomplished all of that, I was exhausted. And so I procrastinated until the next day. And I planned on filming when I got back from a movie. Now, I won't say which movie, but I found it to be exhausting emotionally for me. But I am someone who is quite empathetic, and so anyone who faces a prolonged struggle taps into my emotional reserves. But anyway, I need to make you an ASMR for this, hopefully, Sunday drop. And I do have it all set up so nicely that I thought we could give it a test run. Now, I'm sure you may or may not have noticed, probably may, the background noise. And that is why I so desperately would like to either buy a house and build a studio, or maybe even build a full house. But to accomplish that, I need to be pretty successful. So you can help me in achieving that by hitting like and subscribe. Maybe even ring the bell to turn on those notifications. But over the last few weeks, I have been gathering bits and pieces, fidget toys, slimes, and squishies, so that I could treat you to a menagerie of sounds. I hope I'm using that word accurately. I think sometimes when I'm trying really hard, my brain goes, hey, remember that vocab word you learned for the, not ACT, GRE? Why don't you use it now? I'm sure they'll be very impressed. Well, were you impressed? Did I use that word right? Anyway, I find this background noise to be the bane of my existence, so I will do my best to produce only the highest levels of ASMR so I can get to a place with no background noise. Maybe in a future video I'll pull from this one, and when I sit, we're suddenly in a much quieter place. But without further ado, let me introduce the stars of the show. Besides my voice, of course. Some of my little fidget toys. So, I cannot say that all of these will be very skillfully wielded by me, but I can say, like trying to get all the juice out of a lemon, I will try my very best to create some fun noises for you. So, this is a little wood fidget toy that I got online, and it's supposed to endlessly flip from one look and configuration to another. In fact, it flips so seamlessly that it almost feels like I'm holding a puddle that's begging to fall out of my hands. showing it off correctly for the camera or allowing the wood to smack in a way that's pleasing. So maybe I should try to juice this object a bit more. I know most of you said you liked eye contact, but it's a little difficult when the object I'm playing is more skillfully manipulated when you can see it. So while I don't know if I'm juicing this object the best one should be able to do, more visually aesthetically pleasing, I was looking at the wrong side. I'm trapped. What do I do? I don't want to go this way. Help me, Chad. I'm stuck. Okay. All right. Okay. I see. Anyway, maybe if a noise is not getting juiced very well. I don't know if I like this analogy, but you can't always. Okay, so if I try to I like that. The little clicks and clacks you get from manipulating them. What if I don't know if that's way too loud or not. I guess you'll have to tell me. I'm always encouraging lots of feedback from you all so that I can figure out what you enjoy most. Because we did do a little poll basically and asked y'all if you prefer slow tapping or fast tapping. My editor believing slow tapping to be far superior, and me kind of enjoying fast tapping for how it kind of can sound like a purr of a cat. But some of you said that it was more frantic, even antithetical to what ASMR is all about. And so I took note of that, and I've been trying to practice my tapping. Now, I want you to know, I did in fact watch a tapping ASMR right before this, and they were going faster than I expected what slow would be. Because really slow would be something like this. So I gotta focus. But they were doing more something like this. I don't know if that is quote-unquote good, perhaps it's something I'm gonna have to practice for a long period of time until I get it just right. So, for our next little sound, I got this little whale. Light up Squeezy Bead Narwhal. I didn't even know it was light up. And I was hoping that when I squeezed it, necessary. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely need a flash warning if we leave this in. But wow. That was mesmerizing. Yeah, so this is one of the few items that I just picked up in the wild while I was on a trip. That seems to have worked out pretty well. I found slimes online, and I may or may not have spent $200 on them, which, to be fair, I might not recoup the cost of through the content I'll make with them. But I kind of have a bad habit of going overboard when I get into something, and I've been really wanting to get good at this. And so anything that seems to support that, I rush into. I mean, I've only been regularly making content for like 2 months, and I already want to build a studio to record and edit for that reason as well. It's not just being completely foolhardy. Though I have to say, the biggest inspiration and draw was so that I could do ASMR at an even higher level. Okay, that's enough for the whale. After one more flashy flash, let's see. Sorry, I just remembered the request to tap slower. doesn't seem to spin infinitely. But if it did, you probably wouldn't get all of the nice noises out of it. It's a delicate touch to get it to spin really fast. Though I do wish it was a bit longer. Not sure how much of this is enjoyable for all of you, but I'm sure some of it is good for some of you. It's interesting. There's certain noises that I was naturally drawn to when I first started doing this. Like rubbing the fuzzy mics. Or blowing on them. And if you're asking yourself, Alex, why are you whispering so much? I'm thinking that the sounds that objects make when I'm talking, maybe they won't cut through as much in ways that are good if I speak in the bottom timbre of my voice. But if I whisper, it feels like they both can exist in the same space. Maybe not this one specifically, as it is particularly loud and harsh sounding. So I've got lots more to show you, but I know my strongest asset will always be my voice. And I'm not exactly sure what the proper balance is between speaking and using objects to get the noises I want, and the proper balance of speaking while I'm using those objects. I hope that you in the comments can help guide me in figuring out the best balance between the two, because I promise it's not too hard for me to do like a vocal only ASMR. I tried doing that before with the fuzzy mics, thinking that's what y'all wanted. But I'm trying to just be versatile so that everyone will have something that they really, truly enjoy when they come over here. This next object is another fidget tool. It's got little magnets on the inside, so you can slide it in different configurations. Feels like loading a magazine, if that's correct, like in a video game. Like the almost official sounding noise with it. Yeah, do you feel it? Oh, you come into my house? I've got cards. Another fidget toy that I got is this little click. Now, it's most assuredly picking my mics when I do that, but this is on, and this is off. So I'm going to do a little bit of do as I say. So when it's on, I want you to be looking at my hand and this in my hand. And when it's off, I want you to ignore it and look at my face. Look at my nose right here. So it's on, so follow it, 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 follow it. It's off, ignore it. Pay attention only to my nose, only to my nose, only to my nose. Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. I'm so proud of you. Good job, look. Okay, it's on. Follow it, ignore me, ignore my face, ignore my face. Look at the green, ignore my face, look at the green. Follow the green, ignore my face, look at the green. Look at the green, look at the green, look at the green, look at the green, look at the green. Look at the green, look at the green. Now my nose, now my nose, now my nose. Now my nose, just my nose. Now my nose, just my nose. Now my nose, just my nose. This is the first time I've ever done something like this. Now look at the green, look at the green, look at the green, look at the green. Look at the green, you're doing so good. Yes, good job, 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 good job. Now look at me, look at my nose, look at my nose, look at my nose, look at my nose. Very good job, good job, good job. You did so good, you did so good, you did so good. For our next object, we have a classic. It's a little slug. So maybe I need to slow. that my technique is good. For our next fidget object, we have this cute little octopus that was also from the aquarium. the longest I've gone without talking while making a sound. But I hope it was still enjoyable for you. Felt like I was making proper ASMR doing that. Now this one I've admittedly played with a bit, but it doesn't mean it's super easy to manipulate. That's alright. They don't all need to be perfect. And any noise that's a little bit mediocre, I guess I can just talk over. And suddenly, it's worth $1 million. Just kidding. For my last object, we're gonna have this metal Slinky. And, it's got some fun noises built into them. A little bit different than the plastic one. My main concern is that I can smell the Slinky when I manipulate it, and that makes me a bit concerned about dying. But that's okay. Sounds evil, but awesome at the same time. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to leave that one in, because I don't know if it's very sleep-inducing to hear like a demon calling you, so. Hey, so I don't know how much of what I just recorded my editor will be able to use, but I want you to know that I did give it a good attempt to create a bunch of good noises for you so that you could enjoy. And I did try to make the most of being in my kitchen with 2 cameras and 3 mics. I'm really glad to have you here today, and I hope this little experimentation allows you to tell me more what you liked, what you didn't, and what you want more of. I know I made way less eye contact today, but that in part is because I had to focus on what I was doing. But there will be times when I am very practiced in my attempts, so it won't be so hard to find more eye contact in between triggers. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry for all the background noise. I am in a kitchen and there's no treatment here. But hopefully, soon enough, we'll be in a nice studio and I will know what the heck I'm doing. Until then, take a deep breath with me.